KRIM for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Chris Higgins in the studio. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday morning. Another beautiful day out there. So hope you're able to get outside at some point and enjoy the beautiful weather up here in Rim Country. Well, this morning we have Payson Unified School District in the studio, in our new studio over in the Sawmill Theaters building. I'd like to thank Sawmill Theaters for sharing their office here. Great facility, and if you're able to watch on our KRIM FM Facebook page, you can watch the interview. You can also watch some dog training as well, some puppy training, because we have that going on as well this morning. So this morning I'd like to welcome Blanche Oakland and Jacqueline Shaw to the program. And they're going to be talking about
parent resources in the community. Yes.
Well, you know what? And I just shared a little bit, maybe one of the resources that is offered. I know I shared on our Facebook page this morning, and that was the tutoring.
Yes.
Varsity tutoring. So I'm sure you'll be talking about that along with some other things, some other services that are provided by Payson Unified School District for their students.
Yes.
All right, so parent services, where would you like to start?
Okay, well, at the beginning of the year, we have an open house, and they welcome all of the parents to the district. They meet their teachers. The students are familiar with the teachers, the campus, and from there, based on their application, we find out who are the students in need, and that's where Jacqueline and I are referred to as Jacqueline handles the social services. I handle the homeless. Okay, so we work in conjunction. We many of our situations that we're involved with could be tragic. Some needing support, such as food, clothing, staying at when we have unaccompanied youth, they need a location or a place to stay. So we have a variation of resources that we offer. For example, we have students that are in need of clothes. Their shoes they've grown out of their shoes. They got holes in their shoes, and we go down to Walmart and purchase food, purchase clothes for them, and shoes, anything that they need. We offer their supplies, their school supplies, and of course we have this with the confirmation of parents.
And this morning we have one of your fans watching on our Facebook page, Carmen Salinas Galindo, watching, says, "Good morning, Mrs. Oakland and Jacqueline," and you too, Chris. So, good morning, Carmen.
Hi, Carmen.
And Hope Hobson watching as well. "I love Blanche. Glad I get to work with her."
Thank you. Thank you. I've been around for 25 years, so they know me.
Yes. So for 25 years, has it been a similar position with the school district, or has it changed over the years for you?
It's somewhat changed. Unfortunately, when I first started working, I also handled ELL, the English learners, and we had very few people who spoke various languages. Today is just amazing. We have Ukrainians, we have people actually from all over the world, indigenous people. So it's been difficult, but what the killer, and I'm going to say the killer was the COVID. That's what did it. And that's why we hired Jacqueline, and she's just been wonderful in working and counseling with the kids. But it has changed, definitely changed.
Yes, and I remember now last year when you came on, and you came on with somebody that is no longer there. Who was that again?
It was Miss Lisa Evans.
Yes, Lisa Evans, that's right. And we were talking about your position and the need for your position, and how relieved and thankful so many in the district were to have you in that position,
Right.
doing what you do. So how has it been now since COVID, and kind of getting back into,
Right. Yeah.
and I don't want to say back to
Normal.
but how is it today?
So when I came on, we were definitely just trying to mitigate everything with COVID and trying to be safe and follow all the protocols and close contact. So that's pretty much done for at this point. So that's awesome. So my position has changed, and now we're definitely just playing a lot of cleanup. We're struggling with attendance, a lot of, whatever COVID did just affected a lot. A lot of kids are struggling with different mental health stuff, a lot of anxiety, a lot of social stuff happening. We're trying to transition back in. So, we have support groups happening at all the schools at this point. We run them at the high school and the middle school. I believe the elementary school, I'm not running those, but they also have some stuff going on over there to help support the kids. But right now we're trying to kind of identify who's needed, who needs help, like who needs attention, and not in a negative way, but just what's going on. Why don't the kids want to come to school? Why don't they want to wake up in the morning? Like, what can we do to help? How can we support them in the school day? What needs to happen? So that just looks different for every family, but trying to kind of streamline and personalize it for each.
And I guess areas that need to be addressed, or things that need to be addressed, maybe first recognized, or like you're saying, identified, and then what can the school district do, what can you do, or others, the teachers, other faculty do to kind of fill that need or provide whatever it is, the encouragement, the little boost, whatever it is to get the student to school on a consistent basis, motivated.
Just trying to create those personal connections with somebody, so they feel more motivated to come up and to get there. So if I can do that, or if we can connect them with a teacher and make them like, okay, you really love this teacher, let's make it so you see them multiple times a day, or something to get kids more motivated, I guess, to get to school and be there.
And you mentioned, and I know it's been mentioned, the word has been used a lot when we have the school district on, and any organization that's working with kids. Make a connection. There needs to be that connection, and in order for there to be that connection, you have to have staff. They have to have time to be able to dedicate, and focus on the kids to make the connection, because that is very time consuming.
Right.
And it just doesn't happen.
That's correct.
But it's an investment, really. So have you seen, has there been kind of a different approach, or different needs as far as staffing, and looking at, maybe needing more people to be able to give the attention to children?
Currently, right now, we're going through summer school, registering summer school. And unlike the high school is having, they want their summer school to focus on credit recovery, that situation. Whereas the middle school welcomes everybody, as well as the PES and JRE, the elementary schools. So we're currently identifying students so we can get them enrolled, kids, especially kids that really need to participate in school. They need a little extra help. And I just met with one of the teachers that's going to be leading that at the middle school, and his approach is going to be, rather than reading a book or in science, it's going to be more laboratory, hands-on. So we want to engage the students. Meanwhile, I will be working with the parents I'll be working with the parents and see what their needs are so that we can help them. For example, I have a parent that needs food, and we help her out with food. We have parents that need education, translation. We offer those resources as well. So RIM literacy, right close to McDonald's. There, anybody can go in there and get a GED if they so wish. So we have a lot of extra resources, not only in the community but in school. We just got a grant here about a couple months ago. It was a homeless grant for about $130,000, and from that we have contracted dentists. They're going in, little ones are going in, elementary school students, and they're going in and we're fixing their teeth.
Wow.
$3,000, $2,000 that the parents cannot afford. Parents may not have a car.
Yes. Wow. So it's great, and I didn't realize that the school district was also providing that service. I know the county has started providing free dental clinics, health clinics, because that is very important. If those basic needs can't be met, aren't being met at home, then that's going to usually and probably get in the way of the children's ability to focus, to learn, to
they can't be worried about where they're going to sleep or what they're going to eat, and then we ask them to do their math. They just don't. It doesn't work.
Yeah, so it really sounds like the role of the school district and the schools has really is broader than it's ever been, and things, problems or situations that you're addressing, it hadn't been addressed before, at least to the extent that it is now.
Yes,
I agree.
and we're real grateful to some of the the warming center. We're so grateful for them because we can. A lot of our parents show up with their children at night to eat there. I mean, that's sad if you stop and think about it. And it's like Jacqueline says, if a kid has a toothache, you can't not. You cannot concentrate in school.
No. Well, think about adults. I mean, us as adults, when we have toothaches, when there's something going on, how does that affect our work performance and our ability to focus at our jobs? And it's no different for students, for children. They have to be able to focus, they're learning, they have to pay attention. And if you have those worries, concerns, problems that need to be addressed, then it just isn't.
We have a lot of great community partners out here too. I mean, like Payson Lions Club, they're paying for eye exams for those families that can't afford it. I've been able to get some kids physicals who really want to play sports, but their parents aren't able to take them to get the physical, so we've been able to do that. Miss Oakland and I worked really closely on a case with a family who was homeless. We got them a car, we got her, we were able to work with just people in the community and got her a job offer. Miss Oakland found her some places for her to live and with her 4 kids. So
wow. Yeah. There are so many organizations. You mentioned briefly Rim Country Literacy, and I just met with someone who participates in that program, Carol Davis, and she works also at volunteers, also at Payson Community Kids. But another program that helps, and there's so many businesses that donate to Payson Community Kids, the Warming Center. I know they're constantly sharing and posting about the different restaurants that give food, Rosati's, Pizza Factory, Old County Inn, American Legion Post 69 does dinners.
Also, I do want to, Southwest Behavioral Health has been a huge partner for us. Not only do we partner with them for Jake's Law, where I can do the referrals for behavioral health and it pays for all services if the families are underinsured or uninsured, or even private insurance doesn't pay for all behavioral health services. So I can do that referral they provide all of that. But not only that, they've been willing to come to the schools and teach some lessons, and we've just been, I like
Blessed.
collaborating with all of
Yeah,
our
blessed.
community people. They're fantastic.
Well, and that's what makes this community so special.
Yes.
Are the people in the community, the people that are volunteering for these in these organizations, business owners, the teachers, the faculty, the staff at the schools that care so
Oh,
much
the teachers
about the
are
students.
wonderful,
Oh, they are.
wonderful. Just, I have a teacher right now that is taking care of 2 kids at home that are not her kids.
Mm.
Somebody just left them at the door and she took them in. And
Wow.
we help out by buying groceries for her. You know, our homeless grant that we got, we help buy groceries for her because she's got a good sized little family. She's got 4 kids of her own
Of her own.
in school.
Wow.
And in addition, she's such a kind-hearted person. She took in 2 little kids, and they're elementary kids.
Mhm.
So it's, you're right about being and living in a small community.
Mhm. And
People care.
people do care, and I had a conversation with someone a little while ago because they weren't aware of a lot of these things. They just didn't see examples of these things because they weren't involved. They weren't involved in maybe different organizations, in the school. They weren't in the circles that these problems are discussed or these people that are contributing in these ways are part of, and it's not broadcast. And that's what I told them. I said, this isn't something that's broadcast. It's not something that people are doing for recognition. It's not being done to, say, oh, look at what I'm doing, look at what we're doing. They see a need and they're helping because of their compassion, the heart they have for children, the community. And that's where, you find people that say, oh, this isn't being done. Why isn't the school doing this? Why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? But they don't take the time to maybe ask, some questions or find out or get involved. Because when you do get involved, then you learn a lot of these things. You see a lot of these things. And then you have a better understanding and a better idea of what's really happening in the community instead of making assumptions based on test scores or, well, why doesn't the school have this? And I heard the school doesn't do this for the kids. And I heard they don't do
Yes.
that. I mean, the bottom line is no one can do everything, whether it's the school, the town, any organization, any business. You can't do it all. But the amazing things that are being done
Yes.
by so many people within the school need to be recognized or acknowledged.
And one of the things that the work that Jacqueline and myself, the work that we do is confidential. It's things that we can't talk about. I mean specifically, but in general we can. But it's when we live it and we live there every day and we see the children, we see the parents. I have parents that make less than than their bills, what the cost of living. They make less, and how they do it, I have no idea. No idea at all.
Katie Lynn Dunn Parks, Katie Parks watching, and she says, great job, ladies. I want to watch, but duty calls. She has to get to work.
She's wonderful.
She has to get to work, with Bandits Restaurant right there, and the Dirty Cowboy Saloon up in Strawberry. Also, Jody Armstrong says, these ladies do incredible things for our families. So,
Thank you, Jody.
Jody does
Thank you,
as well.
Yes.
She's fantastic.
Also, a newer member to our community who was a guest yesterday on our community spotlight, Dr. Jody Strand with Banner Payson Medical Center. She is with the oncology department and providing oncology services, and she's watching as well. So good morning, Jody. So some of the other services, and I mentioned it in the beginning of the program, but the tutoring services.
Okay.
It sounds amazing.
we have tutoring. For example, let me tell you, the middle school has tutoring in the morning. If, at lunchtime, if there is a student that is needing math services, go in and sits with a teacher 1-to-1, 2-to-1, and after school, every day, 4 days a week. The high school has tutoring every day in the library, as well as Fridays. You can go in from 9 to 12, and we have tutoring, lots of support there for the
Tuesdays
high
and
school.
Thursdays as
Yeah.
well, at the high school, but they also, the district
Yeah.
also they paid for, excuse me, it's called Varsity Tutors, which is
Yeah.
available, it's online and it's available 24/7. So a kid can call in to this and get help at any time from very, very qualified people.
Yes.
So that's a super awesome resource, especially for online kids who might do work at odd hours or
Oh yeah, if they're participating in sports or they don't just
Right.
have the ability to get into in-person tutoring, then there is the online tutoring as an option. So
if they
it's
need
great.
that like just real quick question, I'm doing this math assignment, I just need some help right now. They're available right then. So it's a really awesome resource.
And the
Wow.
difference between that and on person is if a person can't read, is illiterate to some point, you know, and needs extra help, there's the teacher. Go see the teacher. You know.
Yes. So what other services have you seen been added or have been added that have made a difference or really been utilized?
In the homeless grant also pays for examinations and glasses.
Oh, okay, wow. So, and you mentioned the Lions Club
Yeah.
provides that service for children in the community.
Yes, but the homeless grant is focused only on the homeless.
Okay. Wow.
So I identify the homeless students based on their applications and based on recommendations from the staff or school. And then we look at their background and what it is that they need. We communicate with parents and see what their needs may be, and then we help out. We step in and help out.
Wow.
The grant has really helped.
Sounds like it's really made
Yes.
a big difference for a lot of people in the community. And you also mentioned the Warming Center, and I know talking with Emily and Skylar and others there, Doreen Prime, and there's so many that volunteer, that work so hard at keeping it open and providing all the services. I know they had an open house.
Yes.
And we were able to do a tour and just all of the clothes, the hygiene products, everything they have in there. But in talking with Emily and Skylar, the numbers of children and families, how it has increased over the last year, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down.
No, I don't see it slowing down, and especially with the current situation with the border. We get sometimes a lot of people that come in here needing help, requesting help as well.
Yeah, and I think it's two borders, California and Mexico. No, just so many people coming to Arizona. There's a lot of people coming to Arizona, and also the housing situation, and how in Arizona, and it's not just Payson. I know, again, talking to some people, hey, Payson, well, it is Arizona-wide, where in the valley, there are so many people that have been displaced, unfortunately, because of increasing housing costs, and they don't have anywhere to go.
We have teachers that live in Heber and come to work every day. We have some of our directors come in from Phoenix every day.
Wow.
So back and forth every day, and the teachers, because there's no housing. There's so that's a handicap. It's I have people that come in and register, come from Globe, and they said, we can do it here, we can live here. when they realize there isn't any housing, they go back to Globe.
Yes, yeah,
So-
the cost of housing is, I know, a lot less in Globe, than, here in Payson, and probably, you know, there is some housing available, I would imagine, because you just don't have the number of people moving, you know, to, Globe or Southern Gila County that you do to Northern Gila County and Payson and Tonto Basin and Pine and Strawberry. Just really getting a lot of people in right now.
I think the communications at the school I've never seen it so transparent as now, as this year, or since Linda Gibson took it over.
She's awesome.
Oh, she is
That's
great. She is
My
a
favorite.
great communicator,
Yes.
you know, and her staff, all the directors under her and the people under them,
Mhm.
they're just great in communicating.
Mhm.
So this helps us a lot. It helps all the staff. It helps it motivates us.
Mhm.
But I think Linda is really a great person, a great leader.
Yes, I know. She was at Payson. She was at
Payson Center for Success.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
thinking Community Kids. Payson Center for Success for a few years, and our children, a couple of our children, were over there when she was there. A few of them actually, but you know, she did a wonderful job.
She did.
and,
Yeah, she does.
So it was great to see her
Yes.
get chosen and
Yes.
selected to be the
Yeah.
superintendent. That's great.
And I go back with Linda because when she was working there at Payson Center for Success, one of the things I do is I translate.
Mhm.
So I'm at all the schools translating. And I used to, help Linda with some of the translate with the parents, IEPs, different things, different meeting settings. So.
Mhm. So you and it's 10:30 already.
Eh.
Can you believe that? This was great. Everything that was discussed and talked about, but so it's 25. You said 25 years. When?
25 years.
So you remember then with IEPs, Peggy Owens.
Oh, Peggy was wonderful.
I
Yes.
was a teacher's
Yeah.
aide for Peggy.
Oh, is that
around
right?
there. Yeah,
Oh.
at the middle school, and that was it was great. She was wonderful.
Yes,
She was,
I miss her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was quite a lady.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing.
Thank
I'm
you for
sorry
having
the
us.
time went so quick.
Yeah.
But if there's parents that are watching or listening, if they go back and watch the live video and they have questions, they maybe would like to find out what resources are available, is it best for them to contact you or your office?
Absolutely. I'm open to anyone calling and asking me any questions. If I don't have the answer, I can definitely get it for them.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff in our community, so, can I give my phone number?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
You can reach me directly, 928-472-5702.
Okay.
So, if I don't answer, leave me a message. I will definitely get back to you within the day.
Mhm.
So, and if you need Miss Oakland, I can direct you to her.
No, that sounds good. And thank you so much
Oh, thank you for having us.
everything that you both do for our students, our children, our young people, and really appreciative of all the staff at the school, everyone that is there, all the teachers, and all the dedication and care. That's the big
Care.
thing. I think there's so much care for our young people in the school district. It's really obvious when you take the time to go, to events or volunteer or see firsthand what's going on.
Sure.
So, well, thank you again, and thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having
You're
us.
welcome, and listening today. And time to get back to the music, but before that, we'll just get a quick update from the National Weather Service. All right, we're good.
It's one of my baby chickens. They have big fluffy heads.
Wow, that was great. Oh my gosh.
You got
It's
chickens.
I have 15 now, but
yeah,
that was
that's
one of my new ones. It's called a Polish chicken. They go up and they have these big
That's-
poops on their heads. They
Yeah.
can't see. They're cuddly.
Oh wow.
Well, they can't see because of the poop.
Poop,
Well,
they
yeah.
stand in the-
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandparents, both my grandparents had farms in New Jersey, and one of them had a chicken farm, and they had at one time 5,000.
Oh, that's a lot.
5,000
layers,
Oh,
and we'd
wow.
gather eggs. Gathering
That's a
eggs
full-time
in the
job.
morning. Well, yeah, that was my grandfather was a full-time farmer,
Oh my
and
God.
I wish that's kind of
Yeah.
what I want to do at this
well,
point.
yeah, that many chickens. I just remember, and it wasn't like a factory farm.
Yeah.
Like for meat chickens, but there were things that were automated, like in the barns. They had put in automatic like feeding systems to where
Oh.
you would just put all the feed in big bins.
And a belt.
And a belt, a little belt
Carry.
with, would, at the time, feeding time, would carry it
Yeah.
through the chicken house, the chicken coop, and they would get fed. And but we would have to, and I forget water. We'd have to do the water. The water, you'd have to do like each day, but it was a trough system where you'd have to put the water in there. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I've had fun like altering all my chicken coops and like how I want. I mean, I have 15, not 5,000, but
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
I have 5 that roam free, and then I had a bunch that got killed by whatever was out there. So then I was like, okay, I need to do better. So anyways, I got a bunch of different stuff
Our
I
neighbor
built.
behind us, she brought in, she's got some chickens there. She had 2 ducks. The duck killed the rooster.
Oh.
Killed the rooster.
I had 4 ducks at some point too. I did not like my ducks there.
And I stopped at her house and I said, that rooster is not crowing anymore. He's so sad. They broke his foot. So
Oh wow.
That's sad.
they put him down. That poor rooster.
Yeah.
He was so happy.
And a duck killed.
Yeah,
That's
the
crazy.
ducks,
My
yeah.
ducks were-
Killed
Ducks.
the rooster.
Wow.
Maybe they were annoyed with him.
Yeah, they're like, why are you waking me
They're
up?
like, shut up.
Shut up, rooster. Oh, that's-
Thank you so much, and I think I know your brother,
Um,
David?
I don't have a brother.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't?
not here. Wow, my brother would be like, thanks, bro. But
Carmen?
he's in